Well everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look and compare the iPhone 15 against the Samsung Galaxy S21 and see which particular phone is a better one for you. Now, I will definitely tell you in my opinion, the iPhone 15 is probably the one that's going to be the better phone for probably a majority of people out there. But the Samsung Galaxy S21 is still a very surprising phone, considering that, Samsung knocked it out of the park when this phone first came out, and I still think it has a lot of value from that standpoint as well. So if you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the Samsung Galaxy S21 on the front has a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display, 1080p, very good panel, for the most part for how old this phone is, about a little bit over 2 years, almost 3 years old, and it's a hole punch display, so you don't have like a notch or an island. It's just a good looking display for the most part, and it's 120 Hz. The iPhone 15 on the other hand has a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So this particular panel is a little bit smaller technically, but it doesn't really feel like it. You're also getting the dynamic island, so that can be a little bit of an annoying thing for some people, but that's basically it. It's still a very good panel, but it is 60 Hz, and that could be kind of an annoyance for some people. But I do think, like I said before, Apple did a good job with this panel, and I'm still pretty much a fan of this panel, so far. So on the bottom, USB Type-C on both, flat side kind of on both, but the S20 was more like a little bit curved. You are also getting a frosted plastic back on the back of the S21, where the iPhone 15 has that frosted glass back. That's kind of a cool advantage here that you're getting on the iPhone 15, the fact that that phone feels more expensive than the Galaxy S21. Now you are getting a triple camera setup on the S21, the iPhone 15 a dual camera setup, wireless charging on both. You are getting reverse wireless charging from the Galaxy S21, which is amazing. But those are pretty much the main differences and the main things that we're getting on the outside of both these particular phones. Now on top of that, the cameras, the Galaxy S21 is kind of giving you the better camera overall than the iPhone 15. And this is crazy. The iPhone 15 wide and ultra wide camera, the Galaxy S21 wide ultra wide telephoto lens, you're getting 8K capability on the Galaxy S21, and you are getting more features built inside of that phone on the S21 in my opinion than the iPhone 15. So that right there is a pretty big thing, I would say, for the Galaxy S21. However, I will tell you the iPhone 15 is still giving you very good camera, still giving you very good experience, and I'm a fan of that camera for sure. But I do think as a whole, the S21 might be a little tiny bit better for some people. So kind of keep that in mind right there. Now on top of that, the iPhone 15 and the S21 are still supported with software right now, but the iPhone 15 is going to be giving you a longer software support on that particular phone than the Galaxy S21. So that's kind of another thing to keep in mind too. Like if you're wanting a phone that's going to last you a longer amount of time, the iPhone 15 is probably going to be the one that's going to give you a longer lifespan from that standpoint. In terms of performance, the iPhone 15 has that Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6GB of RAM, where the Galaxy S21 has that Snapdragon 888 chipset inside with 8GB of RAM. And what I can tell you about these particular phones is that, definitely the iPhone 15 I think is the better performing one. It's also the smoother one in almost every single area. And that's something I actually do prefer and like from a device like that. When you're getting a phone like the Samsung Galaxy S21, even though it's a couple years old, you're still getting a very good performing device. Like this is something that I actually like a lot from these type of phones, and that right there is something that's amazing. And that's something I love about this phone. With the Galaxy S21, this is, for what you're paying for, it's a good phone, but the iPhone 15 is definitely, I would say, the better performing device in every single way. If you're wanting the phone that's going to be giving you better performance and just, a really good performing device at the end of the day, that is the one for you. I'm sure the S21 is still very comparable against the iPhone 15, but definitely the 15 is a better one here for sure. So to kind of sum up this video, what I'll definitely tell you is, I definitely do think the Samsung Galaxy S21 is still a very good value per dollar, and you are still getting a very solid phone from that particular device. But the iPhone 15, if you have all the money in the world, is definitely the better phone I would recommend people to buy, and that would make a little bit more sense for me to go and recommend to people rather than something like the Galaxy S21. So that kind of covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.